Howdily diddly gang, happy Tuesday. I hope it's going very well for you and you're all keeping safe and happy. Happy Halloween. Today, for me recording this, it is Halloween, so spooky cookie you, happy Halloween, and happy birthday Taylor, you're getting a little shout out. Happy birthday, my gal. Yeah, by the time you see this, Halloween will have been and gone, so there's not really much point in me saying that, but I'm saying it anyway. Don't know if you've noticed, but we're in a different room.
Of course it is, I can tell.
Welcome to my stream corner. Yeah, we had a lot of technical difficulty last week, so I thought, you know what, the stream setup works. I'll just use this to record until I sort out whatever's going on. Apologies for not posting last week. I had a whole spooky cookie Phasmaphobia video with me, Lucy and Lineage for Halloween. It was a wee Halloween special, but then computer said no. Well, iPad said no and completely just eradicated the entire video when I just finished editing it. So that's also why we're here today. Without further ado, we're going to move on to, as the title has already told you, my favourite things of October, as we usually do every single month. So strap on in and let's go. To get the ball rolling, we're going to start where we usually do, with my favourite song of this month, Cotton Candy by Youngblood. Need I say more? Cotton Candy just really hit different. I have not been able to get it out of my head. I've been singing it, I've been dancing to it, I've been making TikToks to it, the lot. This song is such a bop, and like, it's one of those songs where I just find it stuck in my head constantly, even if I've not listened to it in a while. So it's just constantly there in the back of my mind and I can't get it out. Kind of annoying, but it's a great song, so I'm not that bothered. New Sneak Shaker, by the way, glows in the dark. I would show you, but it's not dark, so you're not going to see it, but cheers. Next up is my favourite film of this month, and what a film it is. American Assassin, starring Michael Keaton and Dylan O'Brien. I think this film is absolutely phenomenal. I bought the DVD. I don't currently have it to show you because I gave it to my granddad because I've literally passed it around my family. It's a very good film. If you're into like action, Jason Bourne, terrorist, CIA type stuff, undercover assassins and stuff, you'll like this film. It's very, very good. I don't really know how to give you a bit of plot without giving too much away. Basically, Dylan O'Brien, one of the best actors of my generation, might I add, he plays Mitch Rapp, a guy who goes on holiday to Malta, I think, with his girlfriend. He proposes to her, and then terrorists ransack the beach where he just proposed, and a bunch of wild stuff happens, and eventually he becomes like this vigilante who wants to kill these terrorists from the beach. Doesn't really care if he lives or dies, but the CIA are tracking him so that they can recruit him because he's done so well infiltrating this terrorist group, and the Navy's involved, and there's nuclear bombs involved, and they go all around the globe, including one of my favourite places of all time, Istanbul, aka Constantinople. Oh, I was over the moon. You could see the plane coming down, the camera panned out, and you could see the Hagia Sophia in the background. I was like, ah! That was just an extra little happy piece of filmography for me, having the Hagia Sophia in the background for literally half a second. But yeah, the Globetrot. You're just gonna have to go and watch it, to be honest, because it's very good, and it's not available to stream on Netflix in the UK yet. That's mainly why I wanted to buy the DVD. It is due to go on to UK Netflix at some point because it's on the American one, but I don't think it's going to come out on UK Netflix for at least another year. Overall, a phenomenal film. 10 out of 10, will watch again and again and again. Next up is more film stuff. Well, not film stuff, it's telly. My favourite telly programme. Quite a few people were ranting and raving about this one. It's The Haunting of Bly Manor, the little sister of The Haunting of Hill House, apparently, but I've never watched The Haunting of Hill House because I thought it was way too scary. Everybody in my family has watched The Haunting of Bly Manor and it was brilliant. I love a good ghost story. I live for it. If I had watched The Haunting of Hill House, I could probably tell you a lot more about the whole franchise. I think it's kind of an American Horror Story situation where they reuse the same actors but a completely different storyline, but I'm not sure about that. As my granddad tells me, it's based on the story of the turning of the screw or something. There's a book that is based on the American nanny comes over to the UK to replace the nanny of these two kids whose parents are dead and their last nanny killed herself, and there's just loads of ghosts in the house basically. Towards the end it turns into more of a bit of a sad love story, but it's still good and it's still scary, don't get me wrong. However, as a Scottish person, I can say wholeheartedly, the valet, the uncle's valet, this guy, has the worst Scottish accent known to man. I've looked him up, he's not actually Scottish, but where he learned to do that accent, I have no fucking clue. I don't know where he got that from. He sounds more like a pirate, if anything, and that's coming from a Scottish person who enjoyed the programme and he was a good actor in it. He actually scared me a lot. I was terrified of him. But his accent was absolutely atrocious. To be honest, he sounded more like stereotypical Scottish Highlander old man who hasn't seen the outside world in about 50 years. Maybe that's what he was going for, I don't know. But who am I to judge? I'm just a little city gal. Now we're rolling on to my favourite game of this month. It's got to be Spooky Ookie Cookie Phasmaphobia. I've mainly been playing it with Lucy offline and then on stream as well, actually. Like I said, last week's video was supposed to be the highlights of me, Lucy and Lineage playing Phasmaphobia until my iPad literally gave up the ghost. No pun intended with that. It's a multiplayer online ghost hunting game basically, right up my street because I absolutely love ghost adventures. The premise is you're a team of ghost hunters, you go in, you have to try and find out which species, I guess, of ghost is haunting the house. There's a 5-minute time limit before the ghost starts hunting you back. It's absolutely god-awful terrifying, but it's so enjoyable at the same time. So yeah, sorry that video didn't come out. I was very proud of it with my editing and stuff, and I was very chuffed with the footage we got and just having fun with my friends. And then the iPad was like, you don't deserve that. Me and Lucy, on our first time playing the game, hunted a ghost called Michael Jackson. Isn't that hilarious? Me and Lucy have our own tactic as well. Basically stand at the door, go in, place the objects, the spirit box or the EMF detector, whatever you need, place it in the house, turn it on, back out the door. Stand on the threshold of the door and just go in and out and in and out and in and out until you get the information you need. Minimal death required in that situation. Now I want to talk about my favourite book of this month, which is this bad boy. Jaws. As I've mentioned before, if you've watched my other favourites videos, I love Jaws. The entire franchise. Obviously the first one's the best, and then they just slowly get worse and worse from there. But I'd never read the book, and I thought, you know what, I want to go back and actually read where my favourite film came from. And it is absolute filth. This is entirely different from the Jaws film that I know and love. In many ways, I would say the film's scarier, but it's also way more wholesome. There is lies and deceit and cheating and racism and sexism, but obviously in the film there's none of that. Oh, and there's mafia involvement as well in this. So much else going on in the tiny little town of Amity. It is insane. Usually I'm a the book is better than the film kind of gal, but in this situation the film is better than the book. The film cut out a load of the, it wasn't unnecessary, but a lot of the stuff that just kind of made it confusing and weighed down and kind of took away from the shark. There's a lot to unpack there. Other than that, it was actually really good, and it was fun to see like where the film stemmed from, because obviously there is certain parallels, but there's also a lot of differences. It's not tainted my love for the film in any way though, because the film was so much better and more wholesome and cut out all these bits, so I'm not that annoyed. And obviously given the time period the book was written in, you have to, just the society at the time, don't you? You have to remember that it was written in a time where these things were all acceptable. Now it's just like, oh, big bad, can't say that. So not the best read of my life, but it is the only book that I managed to read this month because I've been so weighed down with work. So it's the only option for a favourite book, but I just wanted to say that. Jaws is still my favourite film. It's been my favourite film for a long time. And now I've read that, I've had my eyes opened. We're going to move on now to my favourite purchase of this month, which is, I can't show you it because I'm filming with it, but it's my Razer Kio webcam. You guys. Also this poster, by the way, got it off Etsy. Indiana Jones in the style of that war poster. I know it's flipped, I'm sorry, alright? I don't know how to unflip it, I don't know how it works. It says, I want you to study archaeology, apply at your nearest college campus. And I just think that's amazing. I just think that's brilliant. Anyway, back to the camera. My first ever proper Razer gaming product that I've bought for myself. My computer has a built-in webcam and it was working fine, working an absolute dream. And then right as I started uni, and uni said we have to do online meetings all the time and you're going to need to use your webcam and your microphone, my webcam decided to go on the blink. So I was like, uh-oh, I need to get a new one. And I thought I might as well get a decent one so that when I do eventually start streaming, I can just use it for that as well. Lo and behold, the time when I did actually try to get my arse in gear and buy one was that time where, I don't know if you've heard, but this is a big phenomenon going on in the Twitch world. So many people during lockdown have decided to take up streaming. Everything on Amazon that is kind of required to stream is sold out. Webcams, microphones, green screens, lights, a lot of the equipment is just sold completely out. Like a webcam that could be 50 quid, people are reselling but for like 500 quid because they know people are desperate to get it. So I was like, I'm not willing to spend that much because I know that that webcam's not worth that amount of money. So then I just started going on different websites of like Razer, Alienware, all that kind of like your gaming brands. I really didn't want to spend over 100 quid with it because I was like, I don't know, I might start screaming. Yeah, I'll start screaming. I might start streaming and then decide it's maybe not for me and I don't really want to do it. Then I've got this big fancy webcam for nothing. I went on the Razer website and I saw the Razer Kio or Kaio. People call it the Kio, some people call it Kaio. I don't know. I call it the Kio because I also say Primark. So do with that information what you will. And it was only 99 quid for a decent camera with a big ring light on it that also looks cool. I deliberated over it for a couple of days. I watched various reviews and streams of people using the Kio. Obviously these were professional streamers comparing it with all their big fancy lights and all their other stuff. Quality of her video vastly improved when she used the Razer Kio and I was like, that is the one for me. It was only 99 quid, which is still a lot of money to sync on a webcam, I get it. But obviously I'm not just using this for streaming, I'm using it for recording, I'm using it for uni, I'm using it for a whole bunch of stuff. It's nice and high quality. Worth the 99 quid, especially because there's so many worse cameras that are more expensive at the moment because of this whole Twitch running out of stuff fiasco. Kind of a continuation from that, and pretty much the overall theme of the entire month is my favourite activity of this month, which is streaming. I have started live streaming on Twitch. So far I've only done it twice because uni has gotten in the way. I say that, uni should take priority. I need to teach myself to let uni take priority. I often just let it go. I find it so fun. My plan is to stream a variety of games. So far I've streamed like Spellbreak, Phasmaphobia, a bunch of other games lined up, so I guess you could call me a variety streamer. Sometimes I stream alone. I've also streamed with my pals, Lucy and Lineage. Because I'm at uni now and it's in 4th year and I've got so much work piling up, the plan is to only stream once a week for now. I stream every Friday afternoon, or Friday evening I guess, starting about 6 to 7ish. Just depends on when I have my tea, to be honest. 6 till 7 start and then I stream for a good couple hours. So come along and say hi if you'd like. twitch.tv/Rizzler1303. So come along and say hi. Some of you already have and I'm very appreciative for that. You can also join my Discord in case you ever want to join me on stream playing a game, because I do want to play more like games with pals, games with viewers, whatever you call it. Like I said, I'm new to this, I don't get all the lingo yet. Once I get some of my extremely heavy workloads out of the way, I can bump it up to twice a week, and maybe more than that. I'll leave a link in the description to my Twitch channel. I did miss this Friday just because of uni workload, but I will try and get back on it because I do really enjoy it. It's just obviously 4th year of uni, a lot of stress and a lot of work to catch up with. The only time I wouldn't stream is if something that big happened to come up and I had to be like, yo, I need to get this work done. But I'm doing well, so we should be on for next week at least. I send out Twitch notifications and updates on my Instagram and on my Twitter if you'd like to follow me there too. All links to all social media will be in the box. I forgot, description box. I'm going to start calling it the box from now on. It's just the box, that's it. And now swiftly moving on to big events of this month. Obviously today is Halloween. I do have Halloween plans. I'm not going out anywhere, don't shoot me. I'm doing a Zoom call with a bunch of my pals. We're all going to dress up, have a wee drink and play some Halloween-y themed games. I'm going as Rocky Balboa. Basically I have a goonie, well, dressing gown, house coat, whatever you want to call it. I call it a goonie. It's an Italian stallion Rocky Balboa goonie. I've worn it a couple times on the channel because it's my favourite piece of clothing, and I thought if I'm not actually going out, I don't want to go too mad with the costume. I'm going to wear my goonie, I've got my old Muay Thai shorts, I'm going to crack them at the cupboard, wear them, got hand wraps, I'm going to do like a big black eye, some fake blood coming out my nose and that burst lip type deal on the face. Yeah, so I'm going to be Rocky Balboa. But another big event of this month is, of course, Taylor Leonie McNeil's birthday. Taylor, I'm giving you an honourable mention because if the world wasn't in such a state right now, you probably could have had your big birthday bash and that would have been the big event of October. So happy birthday. My strange addiction of this month is kind of a weird one because I've kind of forgotten how to act. Don't know if you've noticed, but I've dyed my hair again. Obviously it's just a common occurrence now, I just pop on. Sometimes I've dyed it, sometimes I haven't. But I re-bleached my roots, they're already starting to grow in a wee bit. Poppy red Directions hair dye. Because it had kind of pink under it, it came out more of a cherry red. and I'm in love with it. I absolutely love this colour. I thought I'd try the red for a vibe change. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. The roots are a wee bit lighter and a bit different because I bleached here and this went bright yellow. So this is probably the more reddy bit, and then down here I didn't re-bleach and this all has like the pink undertone. That's just me trying to show off. Yeah, it's the vibe. Don't look at my side shave because I'm trying to grow it back out again. And finally, my lesson learned for this month. One big fat lesson, to be honest. Don't buy PewDiePie merch from represent.com. I'm sure a lot of people have got their merch and it's fine and happy and dandy. 2 months I have waited. In fact, over that, because it was a pre-order for the Phineas and Ferb Simp t-shirt from PewDiePie, right? It's still not been shipped and they've taken the money off me. They said that there was a problem with printing, then they said there was an influx of orders that they just couldn't keep up with. So I'm due an email to say, oh, it's gonna be shipped soon, I promise. I'm very mad about it, I'm very salty, but I'm not gonna cancel the order because I am a very big Phineas and Ferb stan. There's no way I'm giving up on that t-shirt. If the order doesn't come through, I'm gonna sue PewDiePie for every single penny he's got. Nah, I'm joking. If it doesn't come through, it doesn't come through. Hopefully one day I'll be sat here in a nice orange striped Phineas t-shirt. That's it. That's it for another month. Back on the ball now. Hopefully this new editing software doesn't crash on me. It's DaVinci, by the way.
DaVinci?
But thank you very much for watching. I'm going to stop talking now because I've been recording for nearly an hour and I've just went on and on and on and on and on. Thank you so much for watching. Links to all of my social media, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Sneak Elite will be down in the box. That's what I'm calling it from now on, the box. Did you hear that? Happy Halloween. By the time this video comes out, happy bonfire night and all. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid with bonfires or fireworks. In fact, try and stay away from fireworks because they're actually really, really bad. Also, let me know if you like the stream corner. Come along and say hi on Twitch. Or just leave a comment and say, through here is better, because I kind of like coming through here better. I'm a lot comfier and I feel like I have a lot more freedom. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next Tuesday.